Can you see my slides, guys?
No.
No, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, press escape.
Yeah.
And click. You have something running down at the bottom right-hand side. What's that?
This. Your screen
on
share.
The taskbar.
Bottom right-hand side.
No, just this one. What is this?
No idea.
Okay, right
close.
click, close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, click on present now.
Still hasn't closed, but I'll click on present now.
And it doesn't load.
There is a video. I mean, can you just go back on the top? There is a don't allow video option there on the top.
Good afternoon, all. As you can see, we are still playing with the presentation. We'll get it live, and we are still waiting for a few more attendees to join. So good few numbers now. Just looking forward to more to join, and we'll kick off then. Martin, do you want to leave and join again?
Yeah, that could be the best thing to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good afternoon, all. Let's say we wait for one more minute and kick off then, while Martin is joining back. So the session today is how to get the best out of your SAP Business One partnership. So if you have any questions, please use the Q&A window on your Zoom app, and please send us your questions. We will answer the questions at the end of the webinar. Today, we have Martin and MJ who have joined us kindly, and we'll talk about them as well. Martin, do you want to share the screen and then test that out?
Rohit, if you could just give me permission to share, then I'll start sharing the presentation.
There you go. So you should have the access now.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, guys, so hopefully you should be able to see my screen now. So what I'm going to do is just present this. And it is not working. So MJ, do you want to share your screen? And what I might be able to do is just talk through the slides, and we'll improvise. That's what we do in software.
Absolutely, we can
Definitely.
do that.
Press F11 for me. Press F11 there.
I'll press F11 now.
Yeah, and no, didn't work. Okay, no. Don't worry.
Cool. Okay.
Right, we'll go from MJ's screen then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Thanks, MJ.
No worries.
Considering it's 12:06, so good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to the webinar. The topic of the webinar is how to get the best out of your SAP Business One investment. Thank you all for joining us for the afternoon, and we will be taking you through the journey of what SAP Business One can do for you, or should do for you. Most importantly, should do for you. Why? Because yes, you have invested quite a lot in the software. You need to get the best out of it, and that's what it is all about. You need to have the best out of the software and your investment. Today we have Martin and MJ who have kindly joined us. So Martin, MJ, take us through the journey.
Thank you, Rohit.
And
yeah, so I have been working with target integration for just under a year now. My background is in sales, particularly software sales. So when I seen the position come available for a target integration, I thought it would be a great fit, seeing as I've used pretty much nearly every CRM on the market and some ERPs too. So yeah, glad to be here and glad to be a co-host on this webinar today. So on to you, MJ.
Thanks, Rohit, and thanks, Martin. Thanks for the nice introduction. Hey, everyone, this is MJ Ahmed here. I'm a senior software consultant with Target Integration. So I've been here for almost like 1 year, and my background is basically on the ERP space, where I have quite a lot of hands-on experience with, let's say, Odoo, SAP Business One, why the reason why we are here, as well as Oracle applications as well. So I'll pass it over to Martin again.
Yep. So yeah, if you just want to move to the next slide, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm just going to kind of give you a bit of an insight into targeted integration. So us as a company, who we are and what we do. From there then, the plan for the webinar is we will move into obviously SAP Business One, the reason we're all here. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about, some of the key areas where you can get the best out of your SAP Business One investment. And then MJ is going to very kindly show us that in SAP Business One. So you get the best of both worlds, me talking and MJ showing. So who we are. We were established in 2008 with a mission that every business should be able to leverage the full power of their business insights. In terms of where we are located in the world then, our headquarters is in City West. We've 2 back-end sales offices in the UK, and then we have a strong presence in India as well with 4 different offices, one in New Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Last year then, we opened in San Francisco, so world domination from target integration. And then we also have a development center in Greece. So long story short, it's providing a perfect mix of quality and value. So what we do as a company, we are a solution-driven company. We've been leading the industry for over 13 years. And the same we kind of say here in the offices, what makes us so special and different from all our competitors is, first and foremost, we will understand your business and its processes. And once we understand those 2 things, we can then recommend the right solution for your company, and not just the only solution that we're a partner with. So some kind of milestones that we're proud of here is, to date now, we've completed nearly 6,000 projects. We have nearly 5,000 customers worldwide, 90 plus strong team. And then we have obviously, developed lots of customizations and apps, things like that as well. So these are all the companies that we work with. So you can see here, there's all the big names in the game. So obviously we're here to talk about SAP Business One today. But if anyone on the webinar is using any of these softwares and needs any assistance, feel free to reach out to us after the webinar. So this is a small snapshot of the team. So currently, as I said, there's about 90 of us in the organization. And for anyone here today that chooses to work with us, you'll get to meet a few more friendly faces. And if MJ does a good job today, we might include him on the slide next time. So why us, you might ask? We are solution focused. We are technology independent, so we don't just offer or work with just one solution. We'll always recommend the best solution for your business. We have experts in business processes. I think because of the size of our company as well, we've experts in nearly every industry. And we can also offer in-house technical support as well. So once the project goes live, we will also be there to help, and we have different support packages that we offer to our clients. So guys, now just on to some of our happy customers, some of the case studies we've done with customers that have worked with us quite recently. So CUDA being one of them, a long-standing client of ours. We've been working with them, I think, since the beginning. We've Strata Tiles, Meditech. So you can see here there's a range of different industries. So I think it ties down to the size of the organization. We don't just have experts in one industry. So whether it be manufacturing or whatever it might be, we actually have experts in pretty much nearly every industry. So some more of our happy clients. So you can see AIB being one of them, one of the biggest banks in Ireland, Colliers International, Seco, just to name a few. So the minute you've all been waiting for, the reason why we're all here today, SAP Business One, guys. So I'm just going to talk about some key points that I think, are key ways of getting the most out of your SAP Business One investment. So I might be a bit biased on point number 1. So I think the sales team is the driving force behind any company. And obviously being able to evaluate your sales team's performance is a key part in obviously driving the company forward. So customers using SAP Business One, will be able to evaluate the performance of their sales team through KPIs and dashboards. And what that will lead to then is better, faster decision making using these analytical support or reports even. So better forecasting, so kind of ties into the sales team. So being able to forecast opportunities, and without proper forecasting in place, there's the risk of overstocking or running out of stock, which is a huge kind of scenario to any company, because if you don't have stock, obviously you can't sell. And that can lead to loss in sales. So two different kind of reports that we've kind of that we want to show today in relation to forecasting is purchase order analysis. So what this does is it's used for displaying the information of purchase orders created. And then another one that we were going to show is stock requirement list. So what this does is it helps analyze current as well as future material requirements. So therefore, eliminating these two kind of danger areas in the business. Next then, inventory management. So it can be a pain for many companies, and storage and warehousing is probably the biggest cost in companies worldwide after employees. And inventory management is not only it helps us to keep the unwanted costs in check, but also helps us to find new opportunities as well. And in terms of inventory management, some reports that we're going to show today to help you get the best out of your investment is an inventory turnover report. So this helps you getting the information in terms of like your turnover of stock and inventory, and a stock overview report as well. So this details kind of the stock available across different locations. So if you might have locations like us in a number of different countries, this will help you check the review or overview the report. So strategy building, I think this is one of my favorite reports in SAP Business One. So strategy is key to any business. So if there's no growth, there's no strategy behind it in a business, and every company needs a solid strategy. The only thing that helps in building one is clear and concise reports. So two reports that I found hugely helpful in SAP Business One. Number one is slow moving items. So what this does is it helps you to identify, obviously, slow moving items. And once we've identified these slow moving items, what we can do is then come up with a strategy on how to move these items quicker. So whether it might be buy one, get one free, whether we want to do a special offer. So it just means we're freeing up more space for items that sell quicker. Another report then that we might show today is dead stock items as well. So another burden on any business. If you have dead stock, that's kind of, not going to be helping in terms of cash flow. You could have fast moving items there. So that's just another, I think, key point that we want to show today in the webinar. Vendor identification then is another one. So obviously knowing the right type of vendor to work with, it greatly improves the chances of increasing profits. So we all want to work with the best, and obviously companies selling the most are very valuable to you. So vendor identification system makes it easy for you to decide which vendor to go for first when the need, I suppose, arises. So some things that we're going to show on the webinar today, and that MJ is very kindly going to show for us, is a vendor master list. So what that will do is show you all the different vendors that you have within SAP Business One, and a vendor rating list as well. So this is used to extract information of suppliers, and basically to show performance of various parameters such as delivery, quality, cost, etc. So there are some things that we want to show in the webinar. And then now I think we're gonna pass into we're gonna move into the software. So I'm gonna hand you over to the very capable MJ, who's gonna show you SAP Business One. And guys, if you do have any questions, I do encourage you just to write them down. And what we will do is we will cover them towards the end of the webinar.
Absolutely. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. That was very insightful. Hi, hello, guys. It's MJ here. So I'll be sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen already. I'll be showing you the SAP Business One environment, so that I'll be showing some of the key areas which we were thinking which will be key factors to run a business. So I'll open the environment which we have created for this demo today. So I'll be logging in. So me as a user or even a manager, so whenever I want to log into an ERP system, first I wanted to see is basically the dashboards where I need to see like where my sales team is standing, where my company is standing financially. So when I log into the environment, I'll be able to see some of the cool tile widgets from the dashboard. So this view is called basically a cockpit view where you can see some of the tiles. So for example, if I'm a sales manager, I'll be able to see who are my top 5 customers, what is my top 5 selling items based on the sales amount. So this will help me to make some strategical decisions to make so that I can move my fast selling products very soon. I mean, my slow selling products, I can bring in some marketing strategies and I can put some discounts and offers as Martin said, so that it will be helpful for me to bring up my sales. So for this demo, I'll be showing how to add a quick tile on this cockpit. So that let me go and add it. And let me bring in my top 5 salespeople. So me as a sales manager, I need to know which salesperson is doing a right job or a better job in my team. So for that, let me search it by a name. Yep, I have the tile here. So all you need to do is basically just go and add the tile. So that will be added in your cockpit when you go back, and you have to update your cockpit here. Yep, let me update my cockpit. And now you'll be able to see that tile which has been added. Top 5 sales employees by sales amount. So I could see Bill Levin is doing a very great job. Like he's topping the charts, and I would like to give him some incentives as well, because he's doing a very great job and he's leading the sales team. So we have some few reports, as Martin mentioned, like we will not be able to see the entire report stack today. So we'll be showing some of the key reports which we think will be very helpful to make some strategical decision making. So I'll start off with the sales report, where I'll just show you some of the sales analysis report. So for example, as I've shown you, are like top 5 sales employees, we could see the actual figures, how much they are making on the invoices and what is the profit margin they are making. So I'll be able to look into the sales report, as well as I'll be able to see the comparison between my previous quarter and this quarter, I mean the previous year and this year. So I'll just start with the sales analysis report. So I'll be here. I have the option to look at the sales report based on the customers, based on the items, as well as based on the employees as well. So for this demo, I'll keep it with the sales employees, where I'm going to look into a monthly based report from 2016 to 2022. As it's a demo environment, most of the data is available in 2016 and 15. So I've selected the 16 date here. And if you want, we can also go for an annual report as well. So how many invoices that has been created, and from 2016 to 22, I'm including all my employees. Again, SAP gives you the possibility to select a particular employee, or let's say if Martin is one of the employee here, I can see what is the sales or what is the invoices that has been created against Martin, so that I can see what is the gross amount he has sold and what will be the profit margin. For this demo, I'll keep it for all the employees, I mean the sales employees. So as you could see, based on the month, I mean on the monthly basis, you can see what is the sales amount which is made by Bill Levin, Sophie Clark, and you can see the gross profit based on the percentage here as well. So you can see the amount which is, let's say 384,000 GBP, and this can be run on a daily basis as well, just to see where your sales team is standing on the targets. Again, I'll show you some of the annual sales analysis, like the comparison between the previous period and this period. So I'll just go to the annual sales analysis report. So let me bring up the sales report based on the invoices created, and let me go for 2016. as most of the data will be in 2016, so it will give you a good report. So here you can see SAP Business One supports crystal reports as well as BI reports as well. So this is basically a crystal report. So here you can see the sales revenue, which is made this year 2016, and what was the revenue made on 2015. So based on this, you can define if the sales revenue has increased or decreased on a particular year. Again, you can make some decisions here based on the values which is being shown on the report. Yeah. So next, I'll move on to the forecasting, which is basically the stock forecasting based on the purchase orders and the sales orders. So let me go to the MRP, which is the material resource planning. And I have pre-configured some of the scenarios for this demo. So let me open that scenario, which is basically like what is the what is the demand I have, and what is the supply which is incoming, and what is the inventory item I have already, and what's going to be my expected stock which has to be there in my warehouses. So for that, let me select this scenario. And I'm going to pull up a forecast for the month of February, and I'm selecting the data as 1st of February till 28th of February. And again, I have a possibility here to select based on the particular items. So for this demo, I'll keep it for all the items in my warehouse. And if I want to go for a specific item or even a category, I can also go based on the category here as well. Let me keep it all items here. And it's going to include the existing inventory. It's going to include my demand, which is based on the sales, and it's going to include the supply as well. How many purchase, or how many the items which is going to come into my stock. And it's going to include all my locations and all my warehouses, because warehouse have multiple sub locations as well. So let's go next. And it's going to include the purchase orders, which is already there in the system. It's going to include the blanket purchase agreements. It's going to include the sales orders, the production orders as well. So let me go and run this report, and you will be surprised. And you can see since this reports and this SAP environment, or the SAP B1 is hosted on top of the SAP HANA database, it's 1,000 times faster than the MySQL database. So you can get the reports output like lightning fast speed. So here you can see I need this MRP item 2 for 18 items, and I can also expand this. So I can see the demand is 19. I have one item which is incoming. So my total inventory or my total stock which has to be there is 18. So similarly, you can see for the other products as well. So here you can see for the MRP item 5, the demand is 96. I don't have any purchase orders which is incoming. So I need 96 products in my stock. Similarly, you can run this for, let's say, on a monthly basis, or even on, let's say, on a yearly basis as well. So let me close this. I'll just save these recommendations. So this recommendations, it's going to tell you what are the purchase orders and what are the production orders which has to be created based on the product. So if a product or an SKU, if it's a purchasable item, it's going to create a purchase order. If it's going to be a manufacturer item, then it's going to create a production order. So I'm going to save these recommendations, and I'm going to show you how the order recommendations can be created from the MRP wizard. So let me save this one, and let me finish this. So when I go to my order recommendation, so here you can see the scenario which I just ran just now. I'm going to select the same scenario, and I'm going to go to the order recommendations. So based on the scenario which is in, we have to create these purchase orders for these items and a production order for these items. So I'll be able to create directly from here. And here also you can see the vendors. So there are items which have predefined vendors, and there are items which does not have a predefined vendor. So here you have the ability to directly go and select a vendor from here. And you can also create the manufacturing orders directly from here as well. So when I just go and create update, it's going to create a purchase order for this particular item. So one new purchase orders has been created. So in order to create all this, all you have to do is just select the tick box, update. It's going to create the purchase orders, and the production orders. So let me close this and come back to the inventory management. As Martin was saying, like to look at the dead stock and the slow moving stock. So we have certain reports which will help you to identify what are the products which is moving very slow and which has been dead for almost like, let's say 3 years, 4 years in your inventory. Let me go to the inventory management. And let me look at the inventory reports. I'll be starting off with the inventory aging report. So which is going to give you the aging of your SKUs. So my report, I'm going to run this report today, and I'm going to run this report for the entire items in my stock. And here I can provide the intervals. For example, let's say 700 days, or even I can provide a date of, let's say, 1,000 days. So as soon as I enter the 1,000 days, so it's going to auto calculate the date from today. And when I run this report, it's going to give me the aging for all the items which is there in my inventory. So it's going to give me a comparison, let's say for 0 to 100 days. So total quantity for, let's say, this product, JB Office Print 1420, I have a quantity of 498, but the products which came in, let's say 100 days, within 100 days is 50, and within 300 days is 50 again. But the between 2,900 days, we have 18, and older than 2,900 days, we have 380. So again, it's a these data has been created like 2016 and 15. That's why it's creating, showing this old stock. But again, if you have your real updated stock, this is going to show you as per your data in the system. So here you can see what are the items you have to clear ASAP, and what are the items which can be cleared after these items can be removed from your stock location. And this can be applicable for your serial numbers and batch numbers as well. So here you can see the serial number of, if the product is being tracked by the serial number or a batch number, it's going to give the independent rows, and that can be seen here on this report as well. So this has taken the entire products in my stock, and it has given my aging, so that you can make proper decisions on this inventory management. So let me close this one and show you another important report which we wanted to show you is basically the inventory audit report. So it's going to show me what is my total stock valuation as of today. So let me go to my inventory audit. So basically, I'm going to run this report from 2016 to 2022. That is still today. And here you have the option to again select the items if you want to remove certain items to like not to show the value there, or if you want to run for the entire stock in your warehouses, that can be done as well. And here you have the flexibility to select the locations. For example, if I want to run this report for one particular warehouse, so I can select that particular warehouse and I can run the report. Or if I want to have a consolidated report for my entire all the warehouses and all the sub locations inside that, I'll just go select all the checkboxes here. And again, I have the option to categorize, so based on the items or summarize by accounts. So what does it mean is basically, if I'm an accounting, if I'm from the accounting background or from the accounting department, I'll be able to see the audit based on the GL accounts here. So for this demo, I'll keep it by items, and I'm going to group these items by warehouses. So again, it's going to say this operation may take several minutes or up to 1 hour, but that's not really the case because we are running this environment on SAP HANA database. So it's going to be lightning fast again. Yeah, there you go. So here you can see the entire items on your warehouses and your stock management. And here you can see your valuation is close to £2 million. And these items has to be cleared as soon as possible to have some of your income. So that's basically the inventory management which we plan to show you today. So the next will be, I'll be showing you some of the purchase analysis report just to show you what are the purchases which has been made with the vendors. So for this, I'll just close this particular report and I'll go to the purchase management. and I'll be showing you the purchase analysis report. So there are other reports as well which will come in handy, but due to the time constraint, and we have due to the time constraint, we are just showing which will be very, very important to run the business. So I have the possibility here to run the purchase analysis based on the items and based on the vendors, even on the sales employees. But now I'll just keep it with my vendors, and I'll be getting the data from 2012 to 2022. Again, I have the option to select the vendor if I want to go for a specific vendor or a specific group, or I'll just run this report for my entire vendor. So I'll just enlarge it. And here you can see if I have around 10 vendors, and that's basically the purchase, the purchase amount which has been done with this vendor. So on the monthly basis, you can see what is the purchase amount which is being made. And this report can be exported to Excel as well if required. So that's basically the things which we wanted to show you on this demo. And there is other, as I said, there is other extraordinary features in SAP Business One. So we'll be happy to show you if you have any specific requirement. And I'll pass it over to Martin. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop the questions in the chat. We'll be happy to answer that.
Thanks, MJ. So if you just want to share your screen now, MJ, we can go. So what we're going to do now, guys, is just go into a quick Q&A session. So we have set aside a couple of minutes. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to give them to us now. But we will be following up with everyone after the webinar just to see, look, did you get something from it? Is there anything else you want to see? And we will be offering just a kind of a one-to-one session just to see if we can help you in any way.
Now, let me kick you off with the first question that I have here. Now, in reports, you've said that the reports can be generated, but can the reports be emailed automatically to the senior managers or to the owners of the company from the system? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely.
Martin, yeah,
absolutely, okay. Rohit, that's possible, and we can send direct. We have an email service inbuilt in SAP as well, so we can directly send this reports to the management from the system itself.
Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. And Martin, some of the great points that you covered there in terms of kind of getting the report, like one of the big things which comes up on a regular basis is, yes, it's great to see target integration, but we are already working with another partner. Is it possible to work with two partners at the same time? Is it possible to switch partners?
It is important. Yeah, that's completely possible. And in fact, a lot of the clients we work with, sometimes they'll be working in this way. And obviously, some partners might offer different benefits in different ways. So I think what makes us unique is we're technology independent. So we work with your business to understand your business and the processes, and then we look at the technology side of things. But yes, to answer your question, that's completely possible.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. I don't see any more questions coming at the moment. So I would say, when you don't have any Q&As coming, you've done a fantastic job. You've done a crap job. We'll get to know about them later on. But thank you guys for joining. It's a nice big house list of people that I can see here. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out. And we'll be back to you with a recording of the session, as well as if you have any particular questions for you that we can answer on a one-to-one basis, we'll be happy to do that. MJ, Martin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rohit. And thank you everyone for attending. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules. And yeah, we hope to see you again soon for more webinars.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.